Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day. Has had a good day so far. Quickly, before I get into the videos, I just want to mention this real quick. One, for the people that are new, and two, just for the people that don't really listen to the video, just kind of skip through it and go to the player props. So I'll get this out the way in the beginning of the video. If you're still listening, the pictures that you see when it comes to the player props are for fantasy apps such as PrizePicks and Underdogs. More specifically, if the player prop is in white, that means it's underdog. If it's in black, that means it's on PrizePicks. And then the money lines at the end are from the app called Fliff. And that's the money lines are specifically for sports books because sometimes these player props are heavily juiced on those sportsbooks apps. Just want to quickly get that out the way. We have a pretty big slate tomorrow. No Premier League games, but there are La Liga games, Bundesliga games, Liga 1 games, Serie A games, pretty much everything else but the Premier League. And I found some plays that I did like. And if I have any other plays, they'll be added either later tonight, possibly tomorrow. Not sure. I do have work tomorrow, so may or may not have any. But if I do, they will be in the pinned comment in the video as well. But I did find something that I did like, so I'll just get straight into it. And the first one is Florian Thauvin to go higher than 1.5 shots, playing at home for Udinese, going up against Atalanta. He's gone over in his last 4 out of 5 games, and his last 7 out of 8 in general. He's averaged 2.35 shots per 90, and he played Atalanta earlier this season away from home. Now they're playing at home, which is even better. But when he played him away, he went over with 3 in that game, so good for us. He's gone over this mark in 4 out of 7 games that he's played at home. And if you look at the ones that he's gone under, he went under against Como, who allowed the third least amount of shots, went under against Inter, who allowed the least amount of shots, and went under against Juventus, who allowed the second least amount of shots. So the games he went under at home was against first, second, and third least amount of shots. Atalanta, I'm not going to say it's a great matchup because they allowed the 5th least shots at 10. But there's 2 reasons why I like this play. Really 3, I guess you can say. 1, because I think the line on 1.5 is just too low because of that defensive matchup. 2, because Atalanta's shots obviously bump a little more when they play away. They go from 10. They go from like around 9 shots at home to 11.4 when they play away. And the biggest reason is because Atalanta are weak at defending opposing long shots whenever opposing team are going for the long shots. They're much more concentrated on being compact and defending those crosses and defending those aerial threats. They're a little more vulnerable when it comes to them defending those long shots, which is what Thauvin takes. All 3 of the shots that he took when he played them earlier this season were from outside the box, so we just need him to take 2 shots. If they're both from outside, doesn't matter where he takes them from. As long as he takes those 2 shots, I like him. And I also like this play because he's a good dribbler, and he's not only a good dribbler, but when he has the ball, he's good at maintaining it. He has good body strength. He's 5'11", so he's relatively tall for a soccer player, and he has pretty good body strength, and he's a good dribbler, so it's going to be hard to take the ball off of him. He's their best attacker. He's their captain, and if they want to win, they're going to rely on him. And I think at 1.5 is just too low of a line. He's done good against him before, so I would take my chances here. I like Florian Thauvin to go higher than 1.5 shots. And the second player prop that I found that I like so far is Weiner to go lower than 4.5 saves, playing away from home for Kiel, going up against Freiburg. He's gone under this mark in his last 9 out of 10 games that he's played, which is good for us. He's averaged 3.4 saves per 90 throughout this whole season, so he averages less than 4. We just can't get him to get 5, so I just feel like I like this prop in general. Also, he has saved 57.3% of the shots on target that he's faced, so he's a below average keeper. He's not a good keeper or anything, so a lot of the shots that he faces will go in. And the reason why is because Kiel in general, not just him, his defense, have the worst defense in the league. They've conceded the most amount of goals. They face a lot of shots, and a lot of them go in. And in the games he's played away from home, he's gone under this prop in 5 out of 7 that he's played away. The only 2 games in which he went over was 1. He had 5 just over against Leverkusen, and the only reason why Leverkusen went over was because the game was tied and they had to attack and obviously try to get the win because they should have won that game. And Leverkusen allowed the second most amount of saves to opponents, so just a bad matchup there in general. And then when he went over with 5 against Hoffenheim, first of all, it's the first game of the season, first game away from home, and Hoffenheim allowed the 5th most amount of saves. So save-wise, bad matchup, and then just circumstance-wise, it was just a bad matchup. And he didn't get his 5th save up until the very end of the game after Kiel got an 82nd minute red card. So with less than 10 minutes to go, they got that 5th save because they were a man down. So just circumstance-wise, that's the only reason why he got that 5th save. I don't see him getting 5 here Freiburg are allowed the 9th most / the 11th least. They're middle of the table when it comes to allowing opposing keepers to get those saves as well. He's gone under a lot as well because, first of all, Kiel usually always go down against the opponent because of their bad defense. But once they go down, they're relatively good at maintaining the ball and not allowing the other team to score a lot more than that. They're good at, once they concede, take the ball, take control of the ball. They're the ones that go out and attack. And because Freiburg are the favorites, I see Freiburg obviously more like a 75-80% chance of them taking the lead, and then Kiel taking the ball, and just means less shots on target for Freiburg in general. So I just feel like at 4.5, it's just too high of a line. It's not like he's a great keeper or anything. And Freiburg are middle of the road in general. So just circumstance-wise, too high of a line. I just like this prop. So like Timon Weiner to go lower than 4.5 saves. Quickly before I get into the money line, if you guys please could like the video, comment, subscribe if you're not, and turn on notifications, all of that. Commenting obviously helps boost the video to more people. I read all the comments and I really appreciate your guys' support. And honestly, subscribing and turning on notifications not only helps me, but helps you guys as well get notified whenever these videos come out, especially when they go out public. Speaking of, I do have the membership for those that are interested. For those that want to get the videos out earlier before it goes out public, because these lines do tend to get bumped and taken away sometimes whenever I post these videos. It is completely optional, but again, it's a great way to support the channel, and you get the videos out early. And then any pictures that you see on the screen are from a data app called Outlier. Link for that is in the description as well. Same with all my player prop apps and my money lines as well, linked in the description. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. But going to the money line, we hit day 5 of the ladder challenge. We're on to day 6. I'm thinking of ending it on day 7 just because I just want to end it there. That's 7. That's pretty much one a week. Maybe 10. We'll see how it goes, but we're on to day 6, and a play that I found that I like is AC Milan to go higher than 1.5 goals playing at home, going up against Cagliari. You can currently get this for -260 on Fliff. They just won their Super Copa game in the final against Inter, took the trophy there, and they beat Juventus in a semifinal in the game before that, and they scored 2+ in both of those games. And in those games, first of all, the semifinal was when Pulisic made his return in those games, and he really helped their attack. And then now, playing in this game, Leao is set to return, so now they have their pretty much a full strength attack back. They were already able to score 2+ against two really tough defenses without Leao too, and now they have him back, so they're fully healthy, and now they're playing at home after winning that trophy, so they will get a hero's welcome. So first of all, they'll be highly motivated, and 2, they're going to want to put on the show for that home crowd. They're going to be showing their support to them after winning those games. So I expect a good, really well attacking performance from AC Milan. So they scored 3 against them earlier this season when they played away from home, and guess who scored 2 of them? Rafael Leao, a team he did well against earlier in the season, and now he's going to play them again. He scored 2 goals against them in that game. So again, they're fully healthy in the attack, which is what I like as well. Cagliari have conceded 14 goals in 9 away games, while Milan have scored 14 goals in 9 home games. So Cagliari don't play possession. They can't defend through balls. They're bad at defending opponents that are great at taking the ball of their own, great dribblers, and they're bad at defending set pieces. And then AC Milan play with a lot of through balls. They have Leao and Pulisic back, who are great dribblers who can take advantage of that defensive mismatch that Cagliari have as well. And they play in the opposition half. So in general, it's just going to be a lot of defending for Cagliari, and I just feel like it's just gonna be too much for them. I trust them. It's a good matchup, like I mentioned before. They're playing at home after that trophy win, so I see them going out there and scoring at least 2, possibly 3. So I like this for day 6 of the ladder challenge. I like AC Milan to go higher and 1.5 goals for -260. And the second play that I found that I like is actually a plus money play, and that's the Frankfurt money line. Going up against St. Pauli at +105, you can currently get this on Fliff as well. They have let us down before, which is why I avoided taking them before. But 1, I'm trusting them again and giving them a second chance. And 2, I just can't ignore the matchup in general. I just like this play. Frankfurt's biggest problem when it comes to the reason why they can't convert a lot of their draws and losses into wins is because they tend to be bad at defending and they're leaky on defense. But now they're playing the worst attack in the league in St. Pauli. So if anything, that's just better for us. And better for Frankfurt to win that game. So they shouldn't be as big of a problem as it has before. Maybe they'll concede 1, but they can easily outscore Frankfurt. Again, that's even if St. Pauli managed to score in general. They scored 12 goals in 15 games, but this drops all the way down to 3 goals in 7 home games. They have the worst attack when they play at home out of any other team by far. And Frankfurt have a great attack on the other hand, scoring 35 goals in 13 games. They have the 3rd best attack in the league. So again, good for us. And then St. Pauli are don't play possession, which is good for us. Plus, Frankfurt are healthy on both attack and defense. Their squad is fully back to full strength. So now they have a great matchup, like I mentioned before, in their full strength. So I don't see how they can't win against this team. The reason why this plays at +1 is because the form that they were in before the break. But now they're fully rested and they have a great matchup. So I just like this play in general. They don't play possession. They're not clinical, and they can't defend counterattacks, and they're bad in the air. And then Frankfurt, on the other hand, are really great at counterattacks. They create a lot of chances and tend to be pretty clinical whenever they do take those chances. They're good at attacking set pieces. So in general, it's just a good matchup. And again, they're getting this at good value because of the bad streak of games they were before the break. But now they're back. They have plenty of time to rest, fully healthy against a bad St. Pauli side who are horrible on defense. So I like this play. I like the Frankfurt money line for +105 going up against St. Pauli. Thank you everybody for watching. Quickly going over last video's plays. As I'm recording this video, our second money line play, which is America pretty much +5 to not lose, is currently on halftime. Opposing team has a red card and they're still tied. So as of now, I'm considering it a win. Don't want to, I guess, count my eggs before they hatch, but I really like the play. So far, we hit the money line, the ladder challenge. America very likely to play, so we did great when it comes to money lines. And then player prop wise, overall, it was a 2 and 3 day. I had 2 other plays. The 3 YouTube ones went 1 for 2 when it comes to those. The Ose under a shot, he ended up taking 1 long shot, which was unfortunate. And then the keeper saves. There was a lot more shots than I expected it. This prop hit with like 7 or went missed with 7, just right under 1. So unfortunate there. Guendouzi under 57.5 passes was a fantastic read. He went under this mark easily. And at 2 edit plays, Grimaldo under 2.5 shots assisted. He ended with 0. Another great read. And then Casenas higher than 5 clearances. Como played a lot better than I anticipated them to. So that one unfortunately missed. Player prop wise, not great, not bad. It was 2 and 3. Moneyline wise, 2 and 0. Great when it comes to that, and hopefully we can carry on that momentum going into tomorrow's game. Like I mentioned before, may or may not have added plays, especially tomorrow because I will be at work. So hopefully we'll see. Hopefully we can carry on that momentum. Do great when it comes to both player props and money lines tomorrow. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.